Yo, what's happening, people? Welcome back to Manc Talk. It's been a while. I'm trying to say to you, big up everybody who's tuning in to the Manc Talk. You guys enjoy it, so we thought, why not? Let's do a little bit of an end of season review. Maybe a combined 11. You know what I mean? Get things a bit moving. I had comments in the comments saying, "Oh, combined 11, be a full City team, wouldn't it?" You know what I mean? But we'll see, man. This is where the debates happen. You know what I mean? Real Zlatan here saying Bruno Rashford are frauds straight off the bat. They don't even combine brain cell, forget a combined 11. Replace Bruno with Pogba. We'll see, man. We'll see, people. But before we do all that, big up Charlie as well. He's always representing the City fans in here. Hopefully we can get a mixed bag in here as well. You know what I mean? It's always a good chat. But yeah, man, Steve, how's it going, man? Decent weather, man. Enjoying it?
Yeah, man. Good weather for Manchester, innit? It's usually raining all the time, so yeah, it's good. Bit of nice weather in Porto the week before. Got me used to it a lot. I think it was the first time I've ever landed back in Manchester from an holiday, and it was warmer in Manchester.
Yeah, exactly. It's mad, isn't it? Like, you know what I mean? But even the smell of the air, man, it's different. Normally you smell and it's just like damp and it's awful, but you know what I mean? You get a bit of nice smell in the air now and it's good, man. You know what I mean? So people, don't be sat indoors, you know what I mean? Get the vitamin D, people, man. Make sure you're going out, man. Get some fresh air, man. Go for the mental well-being and whatnot. Especially for your Man United fan at the minute, you know what I mean? It's not looking great, mate. It's not looking great. But Steve, end of season feeling, when you assess everything all together, I know we had all the banter and whatnot in the Big Six, but when you assess it, Premier League winners, Carabao Cup winners, do you reckon you've achieved your target this season, or you still gutted about that Champions League?
The thing is, mate, right? Obviously, I'm gutted about the Champions League because I got to the final. So you want to win it, but look, we lost it. So there's nothing we can do about it. You can blame Pep, you can blame the players, you can blame what you want, but at the end of the day, we lost it. So looking at the season overall, from me, to win the Premier League from where we was and how we started was massive. I mean, you've got Grizz celebrating on the Big Six that they managed to get third. Well, we were ninth on New Year's Day and we won the league. Sure. So, you know what I mean? What would you rather do? Finish third or win the league? So there you go.
Win the league.
Won the league, won the Carabao Cup, got to the FA Cup semi-final and got to the Champions League final. Now, if anyone other team does that in a season, it's legendary. There's only Man City, though, that can get spun. People saying we've had some sort of bad season. But look, we're Man City fans, we're realists. We've had 30 years, 40 years of absolute shite. So to be honest, mate, I'm disappointed that we didn't win the Champions League. Yeah, show me somebody that wouldn't be if you got to the final and lost. Could it have been worse? Yeah, we could have got to the final, lost and won nothing, finished third, fourth, not won a trophy. So I was disappointed coming out of the ground, had a walk around, and then when I sat down in the bar afterwards with the boys, was talking and that, and Chelsea fans was even saying to us, listen, you guys have had a fantastic season, man.
Yeah, of course.
Don't worry about it. He went, look, it is what it is. And that's how I'm playing it. Look, it was our first Champions League final. We're not experts at it. We're not claiming to be there all the time. But I don't think it'll be our last. I think that's going to be the first one in a minute.
I think, you know what, yeah. Listen, I gave you the banter. You know what I mean? We had it out on the Instagram Live and whatnot. People wanted to see it, but I had to give it at the time. I always say with me, I'll give you the banter straight after. But after that, I'll assess everything and I'll give you the real me. And I think reality, mate, we would easily have that Carabao Cup, especially with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as manager, mate. We would easily have one of them cups. And the fact that you guys are saying that you're gutted, that you've not won the Champions League, but still, it's been an absolutely unbelievable season. Just shows where we are, man, and where we've fallen, mate. You know what I mean? Because end of the day, yeah, man, that Insta Live, man, I'm telling you, them little accounts, man, they need to pay us, Steve, because we're giving them free content and then someone nicks it off us and it gets like 30k views. How's that working out, man? I tell you what, I need to work. I need to find out how can I make money from these guys, man. Big up to everybody.
You know what though? People need to realize that what they're seeing is real at the time, because I've just come out of a ground, so I'm disappointed. You people are bantering me, so I'm going to give it them back. And then people saying on other shows, oh, Steve was dead cocky and that he thought he was going to win it. Because I genuinely thought I was going to win. That's not me being cocky. I genuinely thought we were going to win the Champions League, and we didn't, and it's our own fault. But for me, at the end of the season, just renewed my season ticket, sat back for another 2 trophies, man in the bank. I'm buzzing with it, mate. Everyone else, bar Chelsea, would swap their season for ours like that.
Exactly. Get the likes up, people, man. We've got nearly 200 people watching, man. Make sure you like the video. You know what though? When you analyze that year, and then you realize man like Khaldoon Mubarak is talking about next season already, and we don't stop. We don't, that for me is what you call. I've always said forget Turksino, Soriano, and all them guys. Khaldoon Mubarak for me has been the one that's been steering the ship while the owner's been away. Yeah. He's been always the one that's been plugging it. Even when you got that thingy, what was it called? When you had that lawyer, when the UEFA and all that, he was the one that was always there. For me, he's City's. I think for me, City's right hand man in terms of he's the one that's always honestly, man. And when he said about we're going to replace Aguero, we don't stand still. I was thinking, wow, that was Man United 20 years ago. When we lost Mark Hughes and all them players, we got and Cole, and then we kept going and going and going. You know what I mean?
When Khaldoon first did his interview 10 years ago on City, he does an end of season review, and he's brilliant to talk to. If you watch him as a chairman, watch him, what he says, he's brilliant. And he said 10 years ago, our aim is to win 5 Premier League titles in 10 years, and we won 5. Because he said you can't win it every year. It's true. So a realistic target for them was 5 in 10. And we've done it. You know what I mean? If he's turning around and saying to us City fans, that they're going to be big in the transfer market and they ain't standing still, then you better believe it. They've already done the homework. You know what I mean? If he comes out and says it, because that guy's no idiot, man, and he ain't going to be made to look a fool. He stood up in front of everyone and said, we've done nothing wrong. We're going to go to UEFA and we will win. The guy, he's reassuring, mate. If he speaks, he's telling you the truth. He came out in his interview the other day and he said, the Super League, we made a mistake. We judged it wrong. We thought we were going to get left behind, so we went with it. We've done a big mistake. He apologised to all the fans, but you actually seen him saying that. So you can take that as a City fan. You can take that because you think, fair play to him. He's got the bollocks to come out. He's done a video. All these hiding behind big, massive houses in different countries and all that, and smoke screens and putting puppets up and all that in front of people. One thing with City, they don't do that. Khaldoon will always face the fans. And I'm excited for the summer with him. I think he's got big plans.
You know what? Talking of big plans, man. I've seen this, in the news, man. There's a big, Rodri going, Bernardo Silva, Sterling, Barcelona. It sounds like everyone's going Barcelona at the minute. What's going on here?
Listen, all you got to look is, Barcelona have got no dough. Yeah, they've signed.
I know they
They've signed Kun Aguero on a free. They've signed Eric Garcia on a free. They're signing Memphis Depay on a free, and they tried to sign Wijnaldum on a free. So how the fuck are they going to afford Rodri, Laporte, Nardo? It's nonsense. They might get Fernandinho on a free, but they've got no dough. Thing is, the press like to steer it up, innit? Chelsea will be next.
Yeah.
Start steering the Chelsea pot. Start steering the City pot. But look, we've had it every summer. We get it, unless it comes from Manchester City, and unless it comes from Khaldoon or from official City sources. Believe nothing, man. Believe nothing.
You know what? That's true. But what I've seen, what was today as well was the Bernardo Silva link, and then I think Saul swap. Would you have that if you were to have a straight swap? Saul Niguez, even though Saul was a bit of a box to box, you know what I mean? There's a bit about him, you know what I mean? He's
Bernardo. Keep Bernardo. Bernardo goes under the radar. He had an outstanding season the other year when he was popping up with goals and that, playing a bit further forward. But you look at him this season, he's gone under the radar. He's a big part of what we do. He's a really nice kid to have around the dressing room. Pep says he's one of the best and he'll never leave when he's there. And I think everyone loves him there. So we don't need Saul, no disrespect. We don't. I'd keep Bernardo Silva all day.
Someone keeps spamming the question here, so I'm just going to say it. The question to you, Steve: would you take Man United 99 or Arsenal, all 4 Invincibles? Treble or basic unbeaten?
Oh, if in terms of trophies, I would take the treble. But in terms of teams, I like the 04 team played better football for me. But if you're asking me, do I want a treble or an invincible season, I want a treble.
Absolutely, absolutely. By the way, there's people keep saying about this, and we're just gonna get into it, man. Thoughts on the Gaza haircut, Phil Foden getting
Listen,
the
I'm going to tell
haircut.
you something now, yeah? I'm going to tell you something now. When I was in school, yeah, just before I left, Gaza dyed his hair blonde. Robbie Fowler dyed his hair blonde. Big Steve dyed his hair blonde as well. And I'm trying to find a picture of it. In school, I had bright blonde hair like Gaza. So Foden's doing a Gaza, isn't he, man? But he's gone a bit grey. But listen, this is one thing I'm going to say. I'm going to say this now on the live, yeah?
Yeah.
Be careful with Phil Foden, because the press are going to do to him what they did to Rooney. They've done it to Gaza. They're building him up to be something he's not. And if England fail at this Euros, they'll put it right on his toes, and it'll be all Phil Foden this. They'll be digging stories out from his past and all sorts now. You know what I mean? But we've got to get behind our young kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think today, there was a lot of talking today, you know what I mean, of basically Phil Foden getting what I would call good treatment from the press, you know what I mean? Everyone talking about that. And then obviously people saying that, you know what, Paul Pogba does it, and he gets slated for it. And I feel, we're going to have a sensible conversation here. Do you reckon there's a bit about, I don't know, media bias? Because Paul Pogba's had hate his whole career, haircuts and all that. I know we have ban on Grizz and whatnot. We see on the Big Six, he has more haircuts and good performances. But in reality, if Foden could do this, and I'm not trying to knock Foden down, because at the end of the day, he does what he's got to do. But I look at it from a kind of media bias in terms of you have to be fair. And I think a lot of time, Paul Pogba is playing well. He gets another haircut. The media, they scrutinise him, especially Sules and all that.
Yeah,
what do you make of it, man?
Foden's 20 years old, yeah? He's won 3 Premier League titles. He's just won another one. He's just won the Carabao. He's got in the England squad. He's in the Man City team. He's just played the Champions League final at 20 years old. He's been caught messing about with birds, with Greenwood on the England unit. You expect that from a 20-year-old, yeah? The thing is with Pogba, he came to United for a massive price tag. United fans thought, finally.
Not his fault, though. Not his fault.
No, it's not his fault. But when he came, they thought, finally, Pogba, we've got him, yeah? And then all they seem to do is he's too inconsistent. If he performed top level all the time, he'd get away with murder, because United fans won't be arsed with him. But what they can't stand is when he's putting in six out of 10 performances and pissing about. You're always going to get that, because the press are going to dive on him. But at the end of the day,
the thing is, though, is that right, though, Steve? I know we need to have an honest conversation. I don't think it's right, though, because at the end of the day, your personality off the pitch.
It comes with the territory, mate. It comes with the territory. If you're winning leagues and winning trebles, and Paul Pogba's having haircuts, everyone's laughing the bollocks off, and he gets away with it because you're winning things. The second you're not winning anything, they're looking for someone to blame. So as soon as Pogba has his wig chopped, they're going to be on him like, oh, yeah, you're too busy getting your haircut, but you can't perform on a Saturday. That's just the nature of the beast. Whoever's advising him should know that, you know what I mean? Should know that.
No, 100%. For me, when I look at it, I think this is why I think football is never going to have that, the barrier. I think we're never going to be connected in terms of footballers, media, and fans. This is where I think the media need to work on our side and stop this kind of, social interpretation, I would call it, because end of the day, even fans now are starting to judge players on what they wear and what they do outside the pitch. I've always said, for me, no matter what player you are, if you're what you're doing off the pitch, I don't care. Listen, I seen a player who I can't name, listen, drunk as hell, mate. Premier League player, by the way, drunk as hell on a Saturday night in Deansgate. But do I say anything? Do I get my phone out and say, yo, look at this, I'm going to send it to the Sun? No. My thing is, for me, listen, Paul Pogba, I'm not going to lie to you. Has he fulfilled the potential? Probably not. Has he been the player I thought was going to come into the football club? Probably not. But there's ultimately different factors why that's happened. A, we've never ever built a team around Pogba. C, Man United have just never been winning things around Pogba. We've changed managers, philosophy, the right structure's not been in there. It's been a whole lot of things for me. Phil Foden, for me, I wouldn't say I would call him lucky, because at the end of the day, footballers, they've hard work to get to this level. But what I'm trying to say is he's had a better environment to come in. He can do what he wants now. He's winning trophies. He can do whatever he wants. So at the end of the day, I don't think it's down to fans. I think it's down to the media and what they say. The media put it down on us, Pogba haircut. And then they get people like Sules and Keane on Sky Sports, and then they give the message on to other people saying, you know what? Look at Paul Pogba there with his fancy haircut. Is that the right way to play Man United? And then you've got all the nostalgia fans of the old who are watching it on Sky Sports. Because at the end of the day, right, Sky Sports analysis is more suited to the older audience. When you got Keane, Souness, they want to target a certain audience. And when they look at it thinking, you know what? Yeah, but he shouldn't have a haircut. What would Keane say about that in my day? Or what would, Roy, certain players, how would they do? They used to put themselves in there, it's to be stuck in. I just want a level permutation where I don't want to have a go at Pogba, but I don't want to have a go at Foden. Like for me today, Foden, yeah, he's had a haircut. I'm not bothered. But what I don't want is, I want it to be all the levels, the same level where Pogba don't get scrutinised, Foden don't get scrutinised.
The best thing to do is judge the player on his football ability. And then
there you go.
If I mention Paul Pogba, right, no matter what anyone says, they think I've got an agenda against him. I'm racist. Yeah. It's absolute bullshit, right? Because I could name. Yeah. People have asked me who's better player, him or Pogba. I've gone Pogba. Pogba is a fantastic player, right? A fantastic player. But what I'm saying is, he just doesn't do it on a regular basis for me. Because you look at Man City when we had that midfield with Javi Garcia and all them. Yaya Toure was in that midfield, yeah? But Yaya Toure stood out. No matter where he played, if he played in DM, he played him further forward. Mancini, he stood out. He had Fernando Regis in there with him. He had, players like that. But what the United fans do, they go, we haven't bought a player to complement Pogba. No, you're getting it wrong. Pogba should complement your team. Pogba should be your leader. We have midfielders, Yaya Toure, get the ball and lead by example. And the other midfielders around him and go, wow, man. He's smashing through players and leading by example. That is what Pogba needs to do. Forget what Souness says. Forget what Roy Keane says. Forget what they write about him. You'll never stop it. The only way you can silence the press is by playing on the pitch. No matter where the manager asks him to play, put a shift in, and then everyone will say, you know what, Pogba today, he's played out of position, but Ante played well. Do you know what? United lost today, but Pogba played well. That's the way to flip the press. If you don't, then you're always going to be sulking, and people are going to go, oh, Pogba's this, Pogba's that. Pogba, for me, will he go down as a Man United legend? That is a question. And he won't. Because
I don't think so. You know why? I think for me, there's multiple factors. When people talk about Pogba, people think I just defend him blindly. I don't. I know when he's been playing well, and I want he's playing when he's not playing very well. I'll call it as I see it. I'm not one of here where I'll say, you know what, that person. I'm not. I want Man United to do well. That's my aim, and I've always said that for me. I don't really have favourites. I have players that I like better than others, but I don't have favourites. I watch Man United for what it is. If I had favourites, mate, under Mourinho, mate, it would have been toxic as hell, mate. But I never had it. The football was that bad, yeah. But I think everyone's fed up now because the structure of our football club has never ever made it so then. You can't, for me, have Paul Pogba and a Phil Jones behind you, or Paul Pogba or Marouane Fellaini. It just can't happen. For me, if Kevin De Bruyne is playing alongside McTominay and Fred, I'm sorry, and Pereira, I'm sorry, it won't work. As much as Kevin De Bruyne is a brilliant, brilliant player, it would never work for me. So I just feel like the culture of football club has not fitted Paul Pogba. And
don't you think they've done all the money in on Pogba? So instead of thinking to themselves, right, we've got 100 million here, but we need to strengthen there, and there, they just
they haven't. Exactly. I can name you the players.
And they've done it with Maguire. We need a centre half here.
There you go.
Boom, Maguire. They didn't think about like other little bits of the jigsaw. And that's maybe the problem.
There you go then. And when you look at City, when you bought John Stone, you bought in that same season, you buy John Stone, Kyle Walker, and Sterling. Was it them three that came in that summer? Or was it one after the other? I'm not sure.
I can't remember now.
But you went bang, bang, bang. You went De Bruyne, Bernardo, Stones, Sterling, all in about 1 or 2 seasons. You went bang, bang, bang. Man United, they bought Pogba, they bought Zlatan, an aging Zlatan. I think they bought Bailly, I think, in that season. And then Rojo. Yeah. I mean, what is that, man? And to this day, Bailly and Rojo, they're not first teamers. So when Man City have had the structure right, Man United have never, ever done that. And that's been the biggest problem. And I think a lot of it, the smoke screens, Pogba has been a massive, massive caveat. Because if you look at it, who can I blame? Right, Maguire, you are 85 million. You're not getting done here. Yeah, Mkhitaryan as well, by the way. You know, you look at Paul Pogba, we bought him. Lukaku, we bought him. We should have bought at least someone in him that can provide him the goals. Everything was all down to Paul Pogba. When you look at who else have we bought big money signing? There's been a couple where we've just bought without even looking at what we're doing. We're almost just as if We're trying to catch City at any cost, mate. And in reality, you're never going to do that when Man United have also, so Man City have got a proper structure. And if you're talking about now, even adding on to that next season, I mean, who do you want next season? I don't know. What do you want?
We need listen.
You know what I mean?
We've had Aguero, who's been the best ever striker, probably the best ever player we've had. Yeah, we've got to replace him. Yeah, the fans are not going to accept anything less than one of the big boys. That's just a fact. So I'm expecting Kane.
This one is Alex Sanchez. Oh my God! Why did we buy him? There you go. But a proper football club does that, and City realised, you know what? Nah, 28 he wants. How much money did he want, by the way? I forgot.
Big dough, man. Big dough. He didn't even want to go there, mate. I think he thought
exactly.
he was going
Di Maria
with Barca and Reunion and all that. Di Maria got his house burgled up. He didn't fancy it. Falcao, Schweinsteiger. You know, you can see them all coming in. They just seem to be desperado signings and not like ones for the future. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 600 grand a week, man. So, end of the day, United have messed up in the market. And in reality, you know, there's going to be people that are going to get blamed for it. Paul Pogba, Maguire, Lukaku, you know what I mean? All these players have just not been signings that are proper in terms of where you want to go to. If there's a 5-year plan, you know what I mean? You buy Pogba and you buy someone next to him, like Kante, and you say, you know what, right here, we're going forward now. You don't go buy Pogba.
Right, realistically now, now, 3 players you'd buy that make Man United a contender for the title proper. 3 players you buy now.
For me,
serious ones, not ones that like people are serious ones that you've got a chance of getting. You know, you could say like Mbappe and that, it's not going to come, is it?
No. We're not talking like that. We're talking about a player who doesn't want to sign for Real Madrid. I'll go for Varane. Go get Varane. Yeah. Apparently, he's available at 40 million. Go and get him. So me then, I'll go get CDM. Either Declan Rice, Basuma, and Didi. One of them 3. Go and get one. A CDM that can go do something. Then we could go about the attacking options. Maybe a Sancho. But the problem is, I just look at my United and they're focusing on Sancho too much to the point where they're going to neglect the other 2 positions. Someone said, "Hey, manager first," but that would be my first choice anyway. But that's for another conversation. But for me, it would be a centre back, CDM, and then a right winger. If you could do them 2, but my first 2 priorities, Steve. If you told me Man United when you looked at them last season, it would be a centre back, wouldn't it? And it would be a CDM. CDM is so vital important. You look at Fernandinho, what he's done for how many years, and you look at what's happened this season. You know, if the difference between you and Chelsea, what was it? A CDM, and Pep Guardiola got it wrong. Yeah, you know what I mean. So, end of the day, if you can get them two signings sorted out, I think Man United could be serious. But at the minute, mate, we're just chasing Sancho, and I'm just looking at it thinking we've got Cavani. Look, Cavani's up front. We've got Greenwood, Diallo on the right hand side. Our forward line has never been a problem. We went to City Stadium and got 2 goals against them. You know, it's not a problem going away from home. We need going back in the centre midfield. The balance is not right for me. In that Europa League final, the balance was awful. And that's ultimately like where we cost us and we never went past it. Obviously, substitutions were a major key factor. But when you look at Man United's team, where do you say to us we need to strengthen?
I definitely think you need a centre-back, 100%. Like you say, that Fred and McTominay combo is not going to win you the league for me. It's not going to win you the league. And yeah, you want Sancho would be great because he's exciting and the fans will get behind him and that. And you know what I mean? He's one of them, gets the ball on the edge of your seat. So, and he's young, he's English. That's what you want to see. I think Grealish is a fantastic player, mate.
But it's going to you, man.
Well,
come on, Steve, don't play it down. You're getting it.
No, I just, because of his problems and that, and he's had like drink driving, been on the piss and all that. Pep doesn't seem to touch them guys, man. And that's what I'm just thinking. Is he going to upset the apple cart by bringing in Grealish? But I mean, I don't know. Why is not? The thing is with Grealish, nobody's touched him for a while now. He could have gone a few seasons ago. Nobody touched him. He was playing in the Championship with Villa. Nobody touched him. So don't know. There's something seems to be not right there. Yeah, he is now. He's fantastic.
25. If you could get him for about 80 million, but you got to sell one. The problem is, who would you sell? That's the problem. Sterling. You know what I mean? Sterling, then, yeah. It's got to be Sterling. Sterling maybe goes to Arsenal.
Mendy can go. Mendy can go. Sterling can go. We've already lost Garcia and Aguero. Lucas Nemecha scored for Germany in the under-21 final the other night. He can go. He's been told he can go.
Wow.
Yeah, he's go. He's not good enough, man. He's not good enough. He can go. Who else is in the squad around
Someone
the squad?
saying Mahrez can go. Mahrez can go.
No, Mahrez can't go. If we get a left-back, Zinchenko can go.
What? Seriously? Bloody hell, Steve. What's going on?
Because he's not a left-back, is he? If we're going to be real, he's sort of just there. But is there better left-backs in the world than Zinchenko? Dead right. So why not swap him? If he wants to stay and play second fiddle, fine. If he doesn't, then sell him.
You know what I mean? I've got Hala Madrid. Big up to Hala Madrid. He goes, big up Signing Steve. What's your favorite live experience? I was at the La Decima in 2014. Was blasted in Lisbon for a week. What was yours? My one was the City Derby when Rooney scored. I was at the stadium, overhead kick. Oh, man, unbelievable goal. That's probably my best moment, you know what I mean? Especially at live at ground. What was yours?
Obviously, that Aguero moment takes some beating, doesn't it?
Oh,
do you know what's always special for me in my heart?
Yeah.
David Silva ran through one-on-one at Old Trafford when we were 4-1 up. And I was thinking, please five. Because when I was a kid, 1989, first season, we beat United 5-1 at Main Road. So I lived off that for years. And I thought, please five. When he nutmegged the hay and ran to the City end with his fingers up like that, five, I just thought, that can't be topped. Can't be topped for me. I got sacked from my job because I never went in work for a week.
Don't lie. Flipping
Serious, mate. Serious. I was on a bender for a week. Got sacked.
Flipping hell, mate. Worth it though, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Mate, I just watched the 6-1 all week. 6-1 all week on Sky Plus. Buzzing.
Listen, I'll tell you that, man. I never watched. Nah, man. I remember I didn't leave my house, mate, for about a week. G. Cassie, he goes, how much is Sterling worth? He's had one bad season. That's true, that, you know. I think a lot of people, you know what I mean? He's had one bad season, but again, man,
but I'm not selling him because I'm not selling him because he's bad. What I'm saying is I'm selling him because the emergence of Foden. Foden's come in now. Left side. We've got Foden can play on the left. Torres can play on the left. Mahrez can play on the left if we switch and swap. I think we've got enough cover for Sterling. So I'm thinking, rather than him sat on the bench sulking, if we can get 80 mil for him and put it towards a striker, because now we've got one striker, Jesus, that's it. If we can put that money towards a striker, makes sense, business sense to me. You know, he's done great for City, Sterling, fantastic. He's a great player. I'm saying sell him to strengthen other areas, not sell him because he's rubbish. Just sell him to strengthen somewhere else.
Henderson, Maguire, McTominay, Cavani's United spine, you know what I mean? Prince Kawama. You get him, as long as we've got Winks as well. Apparently, we're in for Winks, mate. This is the levels, man. Harry Winks, mate. Flipping hell, man. Like Nurdy said, you know what I mean? Winks, Mings, and Ings. You know what I mean? If United get in, mate, I'll tell you what, man. We are done out here, man. There's not even a point of me going back to Old Trafford, mate. It really, really isn't, man. You know what I mean? Someone saying that he lost his job in Iceland. That is funny, that, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, get the likes up. People got nearly 400 people watching. You get me? We're going to get into now the combined 11 people. Get yourself involved in that one. You know what I'm trying to say to you? We're going to see, man. We're going to delve into it, man. At the end of the day, it's just, I'm going to try and test Steve and see where Man United and Man City have been this season. But here we are right now. I don't know if you can see that, Steve. What formation do you want to play?
4-3-3,
all right?
Yeah,
4-3-3. Right then, select formation. 4-3-3. Right. What we're going for in there? Oh, you know what I mean? It's minute, you know what I mean? What can we do? Edison, mate. You know what I mean? I can't believe we had that conversation on the Big Six, man. Listen, I don't want to glorify City and that, but you know, it's been the problem is now.
Do you know what winds me up on there? They putting Harry Kane's won fuck all, nothing all season. He's been in a Tottenham team and scored goals. That's his job, score goals. They're putting him in because he scored goals. But Edison, his job is to save goals, and he's made the most clean sheets, and he's won 2 trophies, got to a Champions League final and an FA Cup semi-final, and they put Martinez in from Villa. So where's the logic in it?
I don't know, man. Maybe you have to save more. But imagine Edison was in that Villa team. I know.
Do you know how many people switched off that show on the other night That messaged me saying, I've just turned it off, mate, when they put Martinez in net against
Seriously.
Edison. Serious.
Oh my God, man. You know what I mean? Yo, Turkish man, let's pattern that up next time, man. But I think for me, I think it's one of them things where if you do a good job and you're good at it, it's like you need somebody who's buzzing around and saving all the time. If my keeper's not making any saves, mate, do I care? No, I don't care, man.
They said how many saves Martinez has made. I was like, what? I was like, what? Fucking hell, man. It's crazy.
You know what I mean? If that's the case, then Dubravka has had the most saves, though. So in the end of the day, Dubravka's you know what I mean? But anyway,
do you know what? Yeah, they slated me on that. They slated me for pulling Kante up on assists and goals. And they went, oh, you can't do that. I went, no, I can, because we were arguing about Souček, at West Ham. And Souček has played CDM and scored 10 goals. So who's had a better season? I know if Kante wouldn't have won that Champions League last week, you wouldn't be speaking about Kante in any team of the season, any Ballon d'Or, nothing. So just because they've won the big one, it made everyone go, oh, Kante. But people like Souček and that drag West Ham to Europe.
Exactly, man. Right back. This is where it gets a bit sticky. Kyle Walker, João Cancelo, or
Phil Jones.
Aaron Bissaka. Phil Jones is in there. I can't believe it. I don't know why they put him in there. But you know what? Yeah, speak about Wan-Bissaka. What's your opinion of Wan-Bissaka? Be honest. Has he had a good season for you, or is he still? When you've seen him, when he's just looking a bit, out of position and whatnot. What would? Before I know, it's probably going to be Cancelo, but I know what you mean. Like, come on, man. What's your opinion of Wan-Bissaka?
On my personal opinion with him, I thought when United signed him, I thought, yeah, he's going to be the best right back in this country for a long time, because he seemed to have everything. One thing Wan-Bissaka can do is tackle, and one-on-ones, you ain't getting past him. He's brilliant at that.
Past him, yeah.
But the other part of his game, where you want him to get forward, get round the back, whip him in and all that, that's just not come on for me. I think he's a steady right back, a right back that stays right back. I think if United put a really good right winger in front of him where he could just give the ball to them and keep it solid, I think that's his position. I think if you're asking him to get up the pitch and round the back and cross it in and all that, he's definitely not a Luke Shaw. So United, to me, look unbalanced on as a team.
Exactly.
I think Shaw going forward on that left, and then when he's spraying it out to the right, he's just not got it.
No. So what are you going for then? You know what I mean? Cancelo or Walker?
I'll go Cancelo.
Yeah. On the whole, base of the season, it's been probably
towards the end. Walker was better, but really in that run when we were beating everyone, it was Cancelo.
Yeah, absolutely. Someone said he looks top heavy. Yeah, absolutely, man. He's good certain things, but you need an all round thingy. Right, what we're going for here? We're going to go for the combined Man City duel, or for me, I think Maguire's had a good season in terms of himself. Maguire has had a good season. Someone's already saying here, don't put him in there. Listen.
He's had a good season, but has his season been better than Diaz? No. And has it been better than Stones? No.
Stones, though, you know the thing with Stones, right? I think he's had a good first half of the season, but has he had a better overall season than Maguire?
Yeah. Listen, to get Emerick Laporte out of that team and to go and win 2 trophies and play in the Champions League final, you've had a good season, mate.
I don't know,
mate.
man.
Serious.
I think Maguire, Diaz. I think
don't do it, man. Don't do it.
I don't know, man.
Don't do it. You'll be getting clipped up. Don't do it.
Nah, I'm thinking of it, man. Let me think, people, man. Give me 10 seconds, because I think for me, Maguire's had a good season, I think.
Yeah, but people are playing down John Stones, has come in a Man City team. Yeah, he was nowhere near it. It was going to be sold. He's come in, he's upped his game, he started playing outstanding with Diaz, and he's won 2 trophies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay. But what's your opinion, though, before I kind of give you the players? Is Maguire being harshly treated because of his price tag? Like, be honest with you.
I think it's another thing. I think because he spent that big money on him, people expect it, which you do expect it. And the thing is with him, it's another case of what you're saying with Pogba. Some of them players around him letting him down. It's like if you put Ruben Diaz in United's team at centre-half with no Maguire, you put him with Bailey, probably have the similar sort of outcome. It'd just be Diaz all the time, keeping you in games. But if United strengthen, he needs a good partner, doesn't he? You look at Stones, how Diaz has brought him on.
I know.
Gets a good partner.
Varane, for me, Varane or Koulibaly. If you get one of them two, mate, I think we're sorted. But if we don't, we're having the biggest merry-go-round again, mate. We're just gonna have this shit situation.
You know what I said they should get, and people took the piss thinking I was trolling, but I thought it was a nice cheap option, and I thought he'd do all right. He's English. Dunk. Tell you, he's better than Bailly.
Oh my God!
Lewis Dunk.
You're taking a piss out of us, man.
Lewis Dunk and Harry Maguire, slam dunking people. They'd be fucking mint them too. And Phil Jones is a better. Phil Jones needs to come back in that team, and he's getting disrespected because he was the next Beckenbauer, the next big thing, one of the Matt Busby boys and all that shit, Fergie's babies and all that shit.
Listen, Dunk is Brighton's level, not Man United's level. That's why everyone's got an expectation. Yeah, he's decent, but he's not Man United's level. When you go to Man United, yeah, the for me, you get magnified. Even if
look at that slab dunk.
Yeah, that is hilarious, man. Slab dunk, mate. Listen, we don't need scaffolders, man. I'm telling you that, man. We don't need players that are just going to come in and just, you know what I mean? For me, right, I think Man United just is go stop being a cheapskate and go get a proper centre half. You've done it and you've won the Premier League title. You know what I mean? It's clear as daylight. For me, this one, we can't talk anymore. Luke Shaw's had a great season. You know what I mean? He's had a great, for me, until about the Liverpool game where he dropped off for me. I think he's been phenomenal this season. We can't really talk about that, can we? Right. Midfield options. What are you saying? It's a bit of a weird one, isn't it, this one? Oh, yeah, by the way, we need to talk about this De Bruyne thing. De Bruyne. How has he got Player of the Year award? Like, seriously, man.
That's the players.
Do you reckon the players are actually watching the season, or are they going by their experiences playing alongside De Bruyne? Because that's what I really want to say, because
it's a bit of both, isn't it? It's a bit of both. I think you look at some of the interviews, like I was watching Soccer AM and stuff, and they have the interviews with the players and Neville walking around talking to Kane and that, and they're all talking about De Bruyne. So I think in and around the Premier League, I think he's that highly rated. And some of the things he does, I think they're thinking, yeah, man. Don't get me wrong. Is he better playing a bit deeper in midfield for me? Yeah. But did he take to the false nine this season and do well for us? Yeah. Has he been injured this season? Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It was a strange one. I didn't see him getting it, I'll be honest. But he got it.
You know what I mean? I genuinely believe that players are looking at how they've been playing against them rather than looking at... Do you reckon footballers watch the Premier League?
Yeah. I think they do, yeah. Yeah, I think they do, yeah. You've got to, because you're playing in it. So you want to see how the other teams are doing. You want to see the players. If I'm a player, if I'm a centre-back in the Premier League, I want to be watching who I'm coming up against all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course, 100%, man. You know what I mean? So I'm just looking at thinking, right, Kevin De Bruyne, I think it was a meltdown, though, and you probably loving it, weren't you? Everyone having a meltdown over Man City players being in the team. But again, when I realized it was the players that made the decision, then I kind of got it, because I just look at it and think, how have they played against him? And I think in reality, playing against someone and looking at it over the course of the season, I think maybe Harry Kane should have been in there. I think who else would have been in there, do you reckon? The thing is, though, Diaz here. Has anyone had a full great season? Because when you look at it, right, this season's been a very weird season. I think a lot of people have had first quarter of the season brilliant, first three quarter, and then they've come at the end, or some have come strong at the end. Nobody's had a clear. Maybe Diaz is the only one that's had a clear throughout the season. Unbelievable. Everyone else, like Gundogan, he started off well and then he kind of dropped off. Kane, you would probably say as well. You know what I mean?
I think you've got to think about what the actual contribution did to the season. So when De Bruyne got injured and we thought, nah, we're going to struggle now, and Gundogan stepped up to the plate and dragged us to like 10, 11 wins and scored all them goals, that won us the league. So I think if Gundogan's performance was key, and I think that's the same with Kante. He stepped it up late in the season and basically won him the Champions League by his performances against Madrid and Man City. So so it's just about how it affects it, you know what I mean? But
yeah,
I think
all right,
Obviously, Gundogan's got to be in there for me.
Yeah, Gundogan. We'll go with Gundogan in there for me. Where is it, Gundogan? Oh, there he's there. Right, we're going to put in the... Obviously, it's going to be the 10 role. Who would you put in the 10 role?
I mean, Bruno's had a good season, hasn't he, for United? He finished second, got to a Europa League final.
The thing with Bruno is, for me, like, I think he's playing against the teams that have, is expected to do. He's done well. But when I look at it, though, man, for me, there's still a dissatisfaction for me from Bruno. And I've never, ever hidden away from that. I've always said it for me. Because in the big games, he hasn't turned up, man. There's been a few, maybe. Liverpool, when he came on, Man City, away, he kind of played good in the second half. But for me, I will always put players under scrutiny. I don't care who they are, mate. I seriously don't care. For me, Bruno, he's had a good till about January, February time, and then for me, he fell off, man. He's not been the same Bruno. But I'm going to put him in there just because it is team of the season. And I wouldn't put any other players in there. I don't think there's anyone else. I'll probably say Paul Pogba, but I think Bruno, in terms of numbers, we are in a numbers game, aren't we, Steve? We're in a numbers era. And if you don't get them numbers, then, it's one of them, isn't it? Right, who's getting the left one here? Is it got to be De Bruyne?
Yeah, I think it's De Bruyne.
Yep, De Bruyne. Okay. Right. On the right-hand side, I think Riyad Mahrez is at a good season, has it? Or you're going to put, Riyad Mahrez. Cool. On the left-hand side, it's got to be your boy, isn't it?
Foden, yeah.
Gaza, Mr. Gaza. You know what I mean? I think for me, Rashford, everyone knows my opinion. He's had goals, but not performances. And I've seen Foden, put in their performances, mate. And for me, it's made the team look better. And the team has been very, very consistent as a result. And I'm going to put this guy up front. I don't know if you're going to agree with me, but Edison Cavani.
Yeah,
it's been a revelation this season. I think not many people... He's done well for the age he is, right? For me, he's done well. So the team is Edison in goal, Cancelo, Diaz, Stones, Shaw, Gundogan, Fernandes, De Bruyne, Mahrez, Cavani, Foden. Yeah. What do you reckon of that team, people? Is that a team that you would think would be Manchester excel? Is it anyone that you thought, nah, not for me? Or do you agree with that one?
I think you can't argue with that this season. Based on this season, that's a good side. The three best United players of the season: Shaw, Fernandes, Cavani, and like you say, the City ones there are undroppable, really.
Yeah, absolutely, man. But it just goes to sad reality, mate, where Man United are, mate. That three Man United players. I remember back in the day, mate, you probably get Yaya Toure in there, David Silva, Aguero, big company, but the rest will be Man United players. But this is the tale of the past, you know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. Just going to touch on the Euro before we go. Euros. Yeah. What do you reckon of England, man? You know what I mean? Who would be your England setup? You know what I mean? If I can get the England team right now, for me, at the minute, I think it looks really unbalanced.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but it looks for me a bit unbalanced. What would be your Euro team?
What are you doing? You getting it up on the screen, or we're just going to go for it?
Yeah, I'll go for it now. I'm going to get it on the screen right now. By the way, people, got 500 people watching, man. Always, you get me. Love to support now, people. You know this right now. I'm doing YouTube in full time now. So, people, hit the like button, man, and share the video across all your social platforms. What do you want to go with? Like, what do you want to go with, formation-wise?
I'd probably go with that, 4-3-3.
Yeah, 4-3-3, people. Right, in goal. Who are you putting in goal? It's a different. So you know what is it for me?
I don't like Pickford, mate. I don't like him.
I like Sam Johnston, you know. I don't know about you, you know.
Is Pope in there?
Pope is injured.
It's going to be... So who's the keepers then? Pickford, Johnston
and Henderson. I don't know about you, but I like Johnston, you know. For me, when he's playing against all the top sides, it's been brilliant this season. But I'm putting Johnston, man. He's a former United, so people are going to be like, oh, stop, why not back in your own, mate? He's a Manchester lad. So for me, Henderson, he's had a bad end to the season, man. I don't know if you've seen him yet, but he's had a bad end to the season. He's probably not got any form. And he's not been picked for England, has he? Since?
No.
Nope. So I want to put him in there. Who would you put at the back?
Me personally, I would left back. I'd play Shaw.
Okay. Shaw left back. Not Ben White. You know what I mean? What's going on there, mate? What else did you do?
I'd put Walker at right back.
Yeah, let's keep it simple, man. You know what I mean? Like all this little nonsense of
Walker
you know
gets
what I mean?
shot shit. If any team gets us on the counter attack, Walker and Shaw are getting back. I'm gonna get back. Let me tell you that.
Yeah, they're gonna get back. Absolutely.
It's
Right,
gonna
centre
be
backs.
if Maguire, it'd be Maguire and Stones for me if they fit.
No, let's judge that Maguire's not fit because I don't think he is fit. I don't think he is for me.
So
Someone saying Reece. I would put Stones and Connor Cody, but I don't know.
Nah, I'm gonna put Mings.
Mings, he's terrible,
only because,
man.
Yeah, but I know. But if Stones is good on the ball, so if we can get Stones sweeping it up and get Mings to for the height and the off the corners and the aerial presence, that's what I'm going for. This is where it gets tough now.
Yeah, someone saying he's fit. You know, what I mean, I'm just gonna assume that he's not fit, but I think the only way I'm putting Mings in is because of the balance. You need a left hand side. I don't know, man. Maybe you do. I'm not sure, but we're gonna put that one in because Steve's adamant we're putting that. Right, 4-3-3. Who are you putting in there?
Who's your centre midfielder?
I'm gonna put Declan Rice as a holding.
Yeah.
Declan Rice as a holding, and then I'm gonna put.
I would put there Grealish and Mount.
Yeah. Grealish in a 10 and a Mount as an 8.
Yeah, and Mount. But this team here, you got to have a pair of bollocks. So Gareth Southgate hasn't got a pair of bollocks for me. So he's never going to shit it. And then up front for me, I'd have Foden, Kane, Sancho.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Mate, that team would terrorise anyone.
I know it would, but the problem is, have we got the manager to do it?
Exactly.
This is the problem. You know what I mean? When you look at that team, we're not putting Grealish will probably be in the 10. Obviously, we haven't got the cam option. I would only maybe take out Mount and then put Bellingham just to kind of, I don't know, because I don't know, maybe. What do you reckon? No balance.
No, this is what I said. Look, if we're worrying about opposition, he's going to play He's going to play Bellingham and Rice and try and to defend the defenders. But for me, I'd just go for it. I'd say this is my team. We're going to give it our best. Let's go out there attacking, see what we can do.
Yeah, Mount for me has to start, man. He could be that box to box 8. You know what I mean? That can run in behind and whatnot. But when you look at the team, Steve, man, and you look at Southgate, but have we got any help with Southgate? It's just Ollie the waistcoat, mate. You know what I mean? He's a bit like bit freestyle. He's waiting for that individual brilliance. I don't think he's got a backbone, mate. I think the last World Cup, I think everyone was just in hysteria. You know, we were singing outside town centres and singing, you know what I mean, Southgate and all that. You know what I mean? We were getting a bit caught up in a moment, but when we unpicked and we unravelled what he's all about, mate, he's not even a good manager, is he?
And if you look at the bench now, if you play that team, you look at the bench, you've got Bellingham, you've got Sterling, you know what I mean? You've got loads of different options to bring on Saka. So that's what I'd start with. I think that's not bad. Apart from Mings is the weak link in that team for me.
I think the defense is the weak link, you know what I mean? When in reality, we've not got a stable back four. You know, we don't know who he's going to pick. Is he going to go with 5 in the back? If he was to go with 5 in the back, I think for me, that would kill it all off, mate. I really would. I think he would be very, very, you know.
We should just turn up and go, look, we're England. This is our team. Let's go. I did the nation to get behind them, man.
Yeah, exactly. Let's just hope, you know what I mean, that people could go in it. Grealish on the left. Yeah, that's something we could have done. Grealish on the left. Back 5 and 2 DMs. If he does that, mate, honestly to God, man.
He will do against Croatia. Mate. He will do. He'll play 2 DMs against Croatia.
Because they've got good midfielders, but Croatia have got an aging team, though.
That's what I'm saying. If we started that team against Croatia, Croatia would have to change the whole dynamic of the team because they got Mount, Rice, Grealish, Sancho, Foden all over the place. They're that energetic, dynamic, and I think it'll tear people apart, mate.
Yeah, exactly. People say he will do it. Absolutely, man. I think he will do it because I look at the team and I think, it's not ideal when you've got two DMs, mate. Even I think Micah Richards today, I don't know if you watched that video with him and Roy Keane in the car. It was like, I hate this nonsense of two at the back. Sorry, two midfielders, playing in that double pivot, mate. This is a World Cup. I don't think we've got time to be playing players in there to kind of, sit back and soak it all in. We've seen it in past World Cups where we played, certain players, back in the day when we played like all that golden generation, Paul Scholes on the left or, Steven Gerrard on the right, it didn't work out, did it? You know what I mean? So it's a massive, massive Euros for me. But are you confident, though, where we'll become this season? Sorry, Euros. Yeah, Euros. Sorry, my bad.
Listen, I just got the manager the manager just downplays it for me. I just think if you get a top class manager to manage England with them players, I think you've got a chance. But look, you just never know. Listen, I'm not going to kill the guy before the ball's been kicked.
Yeah,
we'll all have our face paint on Sunday and be singing Vindaloo in the garden. So it is what it is.
Oh man, it's gonna be unbelievable. But people, you know me, I'm gonna do watch-alongs for the games. So you're gonna find me on here on Saeed TV doing the watch-alongs. The first watch-along I'll probably do is the Friday one, and then I'll just go from there. People, give you regular watch-alongs and whatnot, and then we'll see where we go. People,
I might do a watch-along with you in the hot tub.
Yeah, well, you never know, man.
With a laptop on, like
That'll be hilarious, man. That'll be hilarious, man. You know what I mean? Support your national team. Know what about? Yeah, man. Just about, mate. We're just about do it, man. You know what I mean? Italy. Who have you got for the Euros? Who have you got? Like, let me give you answers. Let me give you some scenarios, right? So, who's your favorite?
I'll tell you that I've backed Portugal. Yeah. I backed Portugal. I just think they're strong all over. I watched them the other night against Spain, and they were good. And I've backed Italy. Obviously, Italy are solid. Not lost a game for like 33 months, but Mancini in it, my guy. So got to go with him.
He's got a good midfield, man. They've got Lorenzo Pellegrini.
Do you know what?
I
don't know why no Premier League teams are looking at Mancini as a manager. I'm telling you now, man.
I think he's kind of distanced himself, hasn't he? He's not really kind of flirted back. You know what I mean?
He don't take no shit, man. If he's at Tottenham there, he'd tell that Levy, you know what I mean? Tottenham could get him, he'd shake the place up. There'd be a better side. Yeah.
My favourites are France. Your dark horse, for my dark horse would be Italy. Your dark horse is who?
My dark horse, Italy too.
Yeah. Okay, your surprises. My surprises are going to be Turkey and Denmark, two of them. I think Denmark, watch out for them. They've got a solid team all around. They've got a lot of players playing in Europe. They've got a solid base.
Do you know what I like? I like the Ukraine.
Ukraine, because it's Zinchenko?
No, not because it's Zinchenko, because I've just said City should sell Zinchenko, but I like the Ukraine. I watched them the other night. I know they only played Cyprus and that, but they were knocking the ball about mint. And I thought, good little side, good little setup, cause problems these. So, yeah, Ukraine.
Absolutely. I think Turkey for me, you know what I mean? I've always got Turkey in me because that 2008 Euros, man, I'll never forget that. That gripped the nation that year, man. Unbelievable. Germany's Germany, innit? So I'm not going to really put them. Who are going to be your flops? My flops are, guess who they're going to be? It's going to be Spain.
You reckon?
Yeah, man. I just think, you know what I mean? They've got pretty little players, man, but the ones that were coming in, man, they had proper players in there. Xavi, Iniesta, Fabregas. They had proper ballers, man. Now they've got, Adama Traore at right wing. You know what I mean? They've got little neat, tiny little players, but
that Morata cost me a fortune the other night. I had Spain to beat Portugal, and he went through 1-on-1 last minute and at the bar. It was a nightmare. It was shit.
Morata, you know what I mean? If they had back in the day, they used to have Torres and that David Villa. You know what I mean, man? Come on, man. These are levels, man. Spain for me. Spain, and I think Holland will surprise a lot of people because I feel like
I don't. I think Holland's
you don't think so?
Third. Nah, I've got a lot of Dutch connections with PSV and all that, and I'm looking at the team. They've got that De Roon in midfield from Atalanta. They've got that Dumfries at right back from PSV, who's okay. They've got Witch now, plays for Spartak Moscow. He's playing at left back. At Memphis, they're relying a lot on Memphis Depay. I just don't think Holland are what they was. Don't think they are.
I don't think Belgium what they were. I think they're aging, man. Belgium are aging. I think they're relying heavily on Lukaku and De Bruyne. De Bruyne is out for the first game, and then Hazard's not the same
Belgium, though. You just never know with Belgium. If they turn up, mate, if they're in the mood, they can do it, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Yeah, man. Let me know your people, and then obviously I'm gonna go for who would be your surprise option? Surprising.
What do you mean? What did you say then? Sorry.
Yeah, surprises. Your surprises.
What team or players?
Players.
I don't know. I'm expecting big things from Mbappe. I'm expecting big things from Foden and the England boys. I think a few of the England lads can make a name for themselves. I'm just looking forward. Do you know what? I'm looking forward to
Ferran Torres, maybe.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to loads of football and no pressure, because we've had a mad season this year and it's been up and down and that. I want to just sit back, watch all the mad games, look at new players, try and find some gems and all the transfer speculation that comes with it and that. It's good, isn't
it? Yeah, my top scorers, I'm going to go for Lewandowski. I'm going to go for... But the problem is, a lot of people will be expecting Lewandowski to score, but in tournaments in the past, he's been not great, you know? You know what I mean? So I'm going to go for Yilmaz. I'm going to go for Griezmann. I think Griezmann will be top scorer. I think Benzema will be. I think Griezmann will be the one that will get them goals. Lukaku obviously is one. But the thing, yeah, exactly. Lewandowski, he won't get service. It's not got Blaszczykowski anymore. He hasn't got Blaszczykowski anymore. Wait, yeah, Mbappe, yeah. Watch out for Mbappe. You know what I mean? This season, Gerard Moreno, yeah. But I don't know, man. I'm not really thinking. I just want, you know what I mean? Griezmann is washed. Aaron, what are you playing at, mate? Griezmann is quality. Harry Kane, obviously. CR7. You know what? I've not really spoke about this guy, you know. That's how crazy it is, man.
He's doing all right, man. But Ronaldo's still got it, mate. I watched him the other. He's still got it, man.
Bernardo Silva, do you reckon? Hopefully, you have a good tournament, but can they get the right balance? If he can get the right balance, Portugal have got a stacked midfield, but if they don't get the right balance, they could be out, mate. You know what I mean? They could just be fiddling around. But I think, yeah, Griezmann for me, top scorer. I could just feel it, man. He's that player that he's done well in World Cups, he's done well in the Euros. So for me, that'll be the one. Also, Memphis Depay, if he could have a good tournament. I don't know where I've gone, but I'll be back in a second, people. I'm back there. Yep, I'm back. Yeah, man. But people, we're going to wrap up the podcast there, man. Talk, you get me? I don't know what episode it is, but people, hope you've enjoyed it. You know, I'm trying to say to you, big up to everybody who's supporting the channel. You know what I mean? It's a pleasure, man. Like I said to you, I'm doing this full time now, so we're having more shows, more debates, more watch-alongs, more everything, people. I'm going to try and bring up the best content possible. You know, I'm trying to say to you, big up to love and support for everyone. Steve, man, we got plans now for the rest of the evening? You're going to chill out?
Terry's Colt got a New England t-shirt. It's just launched in like literally 1 minute ago. My phone's going bing, bing, bing. So if you want an England Terry's Colt t-shirt, get on there. And tonight, now I'm chilling. Just going to watch a bit of TV, chill out, and get ready for the weekend.
Yeah, man, exactly, man. I'm going to go probably for a walk now, and then I've got boxing training later on. You know what I mean? Get the pads in or whatnot. But yeah, man, people, you know what to do, man. Like the video. Subscribe to Saeed TV, and I'll probably see you tomorrow. Me and Livs will be back on tomorrow for Unfiltered Talk. Tomorrow, sometime tomorrow evening, maybe about 8:30ish, 9 o'clock. And also Big Six, as you know, it's going to be on 10 o'clock tomorrow. Make sure you go through it. But people, enjoy the support, love, respect, and we'll see you soon, guys. Take care, bye-bye, and peace. Oh, it's not that one.